So children, we have seen the lesson part of the northern plains in the last class, and now it is time for us to do the activity part of this lesson, right? So the exercise start with fill in the blanks. So there are 5 sentences given there, and every sentence has a blank in that, okay? The sentence has a blank in that, and the bottom here we have got the options also, right? So here we have the options. So what we need to do now is we need to read the sentences one by one and check with the options given at the bottom, and then we need to select the suitable option so that we can complete the blank and make it a complete sentence, right? Okay. Now the first sentence: the Ganga rises from the dash glacier in the Himalayas. So while dealing with the lesson part, we have seen the major rivers in the northern plains, which includes the Indus, River Satluj, River Yamuna, River Ganga, and River Brahmaputra. And the speciality of these rivers are, yes, they originate from the Himalayas, isn't it? Yes. And in the previous lesson, the northern mountains, we have also seen the rivers Ganga and Yamuna actually originates from glaciers, right? So what was the name of the glacier from which the river Ganga originates? Yes, that is a Gangotri, okay? So Gangotri is the name of the glacier from where Ganga rises, right? So the Ganga rises from the Gangotri glacier in the Himalayas. Second question. The Yamuna joins the Ganga with the river Saraswati at the place called Dash. So Ganga is a river that originates from the Himalayas. Yamuna is also a river that originates from the Himalayas. But Yamuna comes and joins Ganga, and the place where Yamuna and the river Saraswati joins Ganga is a Prayag, isn't it? Oh yeah, Prayag is also a devotional place, a holy place also. Third one. The Satluj basin receives dash rainfall. So, out of the entire northern plains, we have seen that the Gangetic basin receives good rainfall. The Brahmaputra basin receives the greatest rainfall, the highest rainfall. And the Satluj basin receives very less rainfall, isn't it? Yeah, so what is the answer? Very less rainfall. The Satluj basin receives less rainfall. The dash in Tibet is called the Zangpo. Yeah, River Brahmaputra actually originates on the other side of Himalayas in Tibet. From there, it flows eastwards and nearly around Arunachal Pradesh, it crosses the Himalayas and comes into Indian region, isn't it? Yes. So in the northern side of Himalayas, where the Brahmaputra originates, that is in Tibet, and that is known as a Zangpo. Is it? Zangpo is the name of Brahmaputra in Tibet. So the river Brahmaputra in Tibet is called the Zangpo. Fifth one. The Ganga and the Brahmaputra rivers form a dash along Bay of Bengal. This also we have seen. Ganga flows through West Bengal. It splits to make a branch, isn't it? Called the Hooghly River. And the other parts flows again eastwards, known as Patma, to which Brahmaputra comes from the eastern direction, joins. And all these together forms one of the biggest deltas in the world, known as a Sundarban Delta, isn't it? Yes. So the Ganga and the Brahmaputra rivers form a delta along the Bay of Bengal. Right? So we have completed all the 5 sentences now. We will read them once again. Right? The Ganga rises from Gangotri glacier in the Himalayas. The Yamuna joins the Ganga with the river Saraswati at a place called Prayag. The Satluj basin receives less rainfall. The river Brahmaputra in Tibet is called the Zangpo. The Ganga and the Brahmaputra rivers form a delta along the Bay of Bengal. Right? Okay. Now I'll keep this screen the same for another minute for you, so that you can read these sentences once again. Okay. Okay. So now we will move on to the next question. Write T for true and F for false. So what we need to do now is read the sentences one by one, match that with what we have learned in the lesson, and if it agrees with what we have learned in the lesson, then we have to write a T there, and if it is against what we have learned in the lesson, then we need to write a F. Okay, so T stands for true, which matches with what we have learned in the lesson, and F stands for false, which doesn't match with what we have learned in the lesson. Okay, right. So 5 sentences are there, and we need to match the sentences with every sentence with what we have learned in the lesson. Right. First one, the Bakranangal Dam has been built on the river Ganga. We have read about the Bakranangal Dam, but that was not on river Ganga, isn't it? Yes, Bakranangal Dam has been built on the river Satluj and not a Ganga. So what is the answer? False. Second sentence. The Ganga originates as a Bhagirathi from a Gangotri glacier. True. Ganga originates from the Gangotri glacier, and when it originates, it's not called as a Ganga, but that is known as a Bhagirathi. Right? Third one, the Brahmaputra is called as Zangpo in Tibet. Yes, it's true, because Brahmaputra river is originating on the northern side of Himalayas, on the other side of Himalayas in Tibet, right? And from there it flows eastwards, and then throughout Tibet, the river Brahmaputra is called Zangpo, right? So we mark this sentence as true. Fourth sentence, the Satluj basin receives heavy rainfall. Heavy rainfall is received at Brahmaputra basin, isn't it? Brahmaputra basin receives heavy rainfall. Gangetic basin receives very good rainfall, and Satluj basin receives very less rainfall, isn't it? Yes. The Yamuna Action Plan was launched by Sri Rajiv Gandhi. The Ganga Action Plan was launched by Sri Rajiv Gandhi, isn't it? Yes. After that, the government of India started with another plan with the Yamuna River, and that is known as Yamuna Action Plan, isn't it? Yes. So we will read the sentences once again. The Bakranangal Dam has been built on the river Ganga is a false statement, is a wrong statement, because Bakranangal Dam has been built on the river Satluj. The Ganga originates as a Bhagirathi from a Gangotri glacier is a true statement. The Brahmaputra is called Zangpo in Tibet is again true. The Satluj basin receives heavy rainfall is a false statement, because Satluj basin receives very less rainfall, and Brahmaputra basin receives very high rainfall, isn't it? Yes. The Yamuna Action Plan was launched by Sri Rajiv Gandhi is a wrong statement, because Rajiv Gandhi started with the Ganga Action Plan, and after the success of the Ganga Action Plan, the government of India started with the Yamuna action plan. Right? Okay, so now I will keep this window the same for another minute for you so that you can, yes, read the sentences once again. Right?